Snipers, you have to see what's happening to the Bitcoin price today. As we have a Fed's meeting coming up, so I had to get this emergency midnight update out to you guys. I want to first start on the weekly chart for Bitcoin because we do have this bullish divergence on the RSI. I believe this is a hidden bullish divergence with the RSI forming lower lows in comparison to the price when we factor in the July 2021 low to where we're at right now. It is still a higher low that we're forming, not just on the weekly chart, but we can even dissect this all the way down to the 6-hour time frame, the institutional time frame that we monitor here on the Snipers channel. And we do have the symmetrical or ascending triangle, depending on where you draw the line, that we're potentially heading towards the apex. And we need to see Bitcoin make a move from here. And the question is, with Bitcoin just below 41,950, which is the major resistance, and being above 38,000 over the last few days, do we have the case to make here that there's a bullish case for Bitcoin to break above 45,000 US dollars, which would actually be a big deal because on the weekly chart, that would allow us to test this 50-week moving average, which we've yet to test since we've breached below it from the start of this year. And if we can get a test of this 50-week moving average and we can get above this 50-week moving average, just like what happened to Bitcoin against the Russian ruble, we could potentially see Bitcoin continue to price discovery, see new all-time highs. And I'm not just using the Bitcoin to Russian ruble chart as some sort of genie telling us what's going to happen to the Bitcoin US dollar price. But what I am saying is there's certainly a case to make Bitcoin could see new all-time highs crossing above 45,000 US dollars, as it's been stronger than the S&P 500 over the last few months. And more importantly, the S&P 500 has yet to breach its recent consolidation lows. As a matter of fact, we are forming higher lows on the weekly chart. And if we look at the daily chart, you can see today we did see a nice bullish candle to close the day. We have the Fed's meeting. That means there could be implied volatility. Are we going to see a move to the upside for the S&P 500 to finally break out of this flag pattern it's been in, which was a downtrend that really started from February of 2022? And if we can see this situation on the table, then there's certainly a case to make Bitcoin could reach new all-time highs if we can get that breakout. And as we're recording this video, look at this. We just broke above the 50-day moving average. For those inside of the Discord group, we sent out a signal to buy Bitcoin at 39,000. We just hit, I believe, target 1 on that signal. And so right now, what we're monitoring for Bitcoin is heading towards this 100-day moving average, sitting just above 41,950. I'm not really too concerned about the 100-day when we have 41,950 as a major resistance level. And so if we can see price action above 41,950, I think that that's going to be the confirmation that Bitcoin can potentially break back above that 50-week moving average, because that would allow us to test 44,800, and it would be the 5th time that we've tested this level. You knock on a door 5 times, as I always say, the likelihood of that door opening comes on the table. This is price action now that we're seeing before the Fed's announcement. And so this is very nice to see Bitcoin at 41,150 right now. And then let's just quickly talk about Bitcoin against the money supply. On this chart, we did test this 100-week moving average. And the reason I'm looking at the Bitcoin against money supply chart is I feel like at this point, the strongest case for Bitcoin as an inflation hedge is the fact that as money supply increases at an average of, let's say, 7% a year, Bitcoin is an asset that has deflationary properties, and the US dollar inflating at 3% now has really become something of the past, and people are now realizing M2 supply is really what matters, how much money the government's printing. Why look at Bitcoin against the US dollar when we can look at it against the money supply of the US dollar? And I think that it's been giving us a lot of great hints, like the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, where institutions get exposure to Bitcoin, testing this 200-week moving average already. But what's most interesting is QQQ, not against the money supply, is sort of like Bitcoin against the money supply, also just testing its 100-week moving average, an area that an asset tends to find support and reversals. Even in a downtrend, you could see a reversal at the 100-week moving average, maybe a short-term reversal. Now remember that we've been watching the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart, currently testing its 50-week moving average, but also testing 65,000 Satoshis. And what's interesting about the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart is right now, as we speak, with Bitcoin making this move to the upside, it is down, but it is holding the 65,000 Satoshi level. And so we actually saw the Ethereum and Bitcoin chart show strength yesterday, which was nice to see on the micro time frames. We really want to just continue monitoring 65,000 Satoshis because a move back to the upside could really garner more capital coming into the cryptocurrency market as it shows that fear is leaving and we're starting to see more confidence in altcoins as we're assuming Ethereum to Bitcoin is a leading indicator for the altcoins outside of Ethereum. And then Bitcoin dominance is starting to really test its 50-week moving average as well. We want to also monitor that because that can give us some hints as to the market sentiment right now. But overall, things look good. International markets, China did continue to slip, but it's up right now. Japan up. We're not really seeing international markets even react to China as China formed new yearly lows yesterday, but then Japan decided not to. The S&P 500, of course, deciding not to. Even the Euro 100 showing strength against China. So it sort of decoupled itself over the last few weeks. And so that's just good to note. But overall, I was very adamant about Bitcoin seeing this move right now. And 41,950 is truly going to be the major resistance to face. If we can get above 41,950, there is certainly a strong case to make that Bitcoin could breach back above 45,000. And that would really start to change the storyline for the Bitcoin bulls to potentially see even continuation to the upside. It's really nice to see that Bitcoin made this move while we were recording this video, and we'll continue to monitor the price action. Remember to smash like button for the YouTube algorithm snipers if you support this content. But really at this point, coming back towards the $45,000 level, and that is confirmed above 41,950, we really will have a strong chance to get towards that 50-week moving average, even the 200-day moving average sitting right around 49,000. Because we've already tested the 100-day moving average. So I would say the next test, we've already conquered the 50, then the 100 is going to be that 200. So my dog is going crazy right now. I'm going to wrap up this video, snipers. Thank you for tuning in this midnight, and I will see you guys next time. Let's see what happens with this Fed's meeting. They're expecting a 25-point hike. If something comes up that isn't a 25-point hike, something can certainly happen. But I think that the markets have certainly priced this in already. And I don't think the Feds are in the position right now that they want to create too much more volatility to just announce something that was unannounced. This is an emergency meeting. It's something that we've been expecting. So don't let the fear mongering get to you. And I'll say this, the VIX on the monthly chart has been forming lower highs, which is good because it shows that it's calming down little by little. Almost looks pretty manipulated and controlled here, right? But this volatility reduction over the last few months is exactly what we want to see to assume things can get back to normal and that we've priced in everything already. And then we can see continuation for Bitcoin at that point. So thank you all for tuning into the Snipers channel today. What an awesome trade there that we made here all together here on the Discord group and on the Snipers channel. And so 41,950 is the major level to watch. We'll see what happens. Until next time, Snipers